Tyra Banks is redefining beauty.
Oh, again?
Now, I don't know if she's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Okay, let me explain something. The redefinition of beauty. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, Margaret Cho or Lena Dunham is going to try to redefine what beauty is, which works on two segments of the populace, chicks and gay guys. But it doesn't work on straight dudes.
We're missing a component.
Who like good-looking chicks.
We're still into beauty.
So it's hard to redefine it for us.
Right.
And then there's Tyra Banks, who's redefining beauty, although I'm not sure why. She's got blue eyes. She has like that narrow chin. She's got an ample bosom. She's long and caramel colored and is the definition of beauty.
Yeah.
This notion of like, well, you got to be the right skin tone. I don't know why we're still getting into that.
Yeah, she's objectively beautiful.
She can check all the boxes for beauty, and every white guy I know would rather be with Tyra Banks than Lena Dunham.
You're right.
Yes,
yeah,
it's true.
Of course.
Because we like beauty.
She's gorgeous.
And you can't redefine it for us.
Yeah, just is.
I would say it's an impossibility to redefine beauty. I'm not sure even what your plan is when you say I'm redefining beauty. I do not know anybody whose definition of beauty or what they're attracted to could be redefined by anybody.
Beauty, it's funny because the definition, like the standards of beauty shifts slightly. Like remember when like Kate Moss and it was like heroin chic in the 90s, like real skinny was in, but she was still an objectively beautiful woman. Like she was a model. She happened to be very thin and that was popular, and it shifted away from that, but it's not redefining. It's just kind of shifting a little bit.
If you'd like to redefine beauty by shaving a couple of pounds, I might go with you down that road. If you want to add 40, good luck to you. So anyway, Tyra's now spelling her name with an X.
Yeah,
Banks.
What? She's
Banks.
just Banks. B-A-N capital X.
Jesus.
Brian, you remember many years ago when I would explain what a colossal narcissist Tyra Banks was? But
it's come up more than once.
It kind of flies under the radar. Like people don't really know it or see it or call it out. This is that.
It.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to hear what she thinks
she's
about
doing
it?
Banks instead of KS.
Yeah.
She's doing X.
Yeah, just X.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, as much as we've progressed with beauty, there's still a long way to go of opening up the door and redefining what it means. And so that X stands for X, what you heard about beauty.
Okay. I always
we are making a new rule.
We've got a long way to go in terms of, you want to know how long? Forever. Forever. That's how long. Because it's undoable.
She's the rare female blowhard.
Yeah,
she blows
she's
hard.
super blowhard.
She's very in love with her ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she says we're making the new rule that so many more people can fit into this beauty box. Let's bust the box open.
Well, speaking of bust, you got to have a D cup, and you got to be narrow around the waist, and you have to have a very defined jawline and piercing blue eyes, and then we can redefine it.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. It's also. Do you guys find it utterly nauseating that people are just born hot by their 14th birthday, are going to just sit down and lecture the world what the last 30 years of being hot is like for them? What is that? I mean, I don't think we would tolerate it if Brad Pitt or Hemsworth, Liam Hemsworth,
any Hemsworth,
I think we would tolerate a really good-looking dude who is just all tricep and no waist and cleft and shit. I don't know, would we explain what George Clooney, like if George Clooney was like, I'm going to really sit down and talk to you about conventional beauty and stereotypical thought, I'd go, shut up, douche, you're hot. Let Danny DeVito chime in.
You know what? I'm gonna give you what I think is an answer to this.
We would yell at those guys, right?
No.
Like if Chris Hemsworth for a second was going to sit down and school us up on what it was like, what beauty really was.
10 years ago, yes. But here's my thinking when you say that. We're in the era of the ally. We're in the era of people saying it's not enough for the person who feels oppressed to speak out. People have to speak out on their behalf. This is Tyra speaking out on behalf of ugly people.
Okay.
Which is blowhardy and condescending.
So she was ahead of the curve.
I'm trying to answer your question.
She was out of the curve for 20 years.
Right.
I want to speak on behalf of unfunny people who don't do a podcast.
Okay.
And then guys
you're
who have
the voice.
no carpentry skills. Max Spada?
They thank you for that.
Do you have any carpentry skills?
No, you're speaking.
All right, well, this is for you.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Very
The voiceless.
The voiceless.
Turn your mic off. The voiceless.
And the cordlessness drillless. Sorry. These are for all the forgotten men out there who have no skills in the carpentry game. I speak for them.
Oh, wow.
I'm a journeyman carpenter. You want to ask me about layout? You want to ask me about framing?
Yeah, all of
Ask
it.
me what a Tico clip is.
What's a Tico clip?
Oh, you mean an A35?
Yeah, my mistake.
Max Pata, did you know what a Tico clip was?
No idea.
All right. So I'll speak out on your behalf.
You're his
appreciate
advocate on
that.
in this case.
You're welcome, Chris.
You know what a crosscut versus a rip is? You know what a dado is versus a rabbit joint?
No.
No, you don't, do you?
No.
But I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm better than you. So I'll speak for you. You're voiceless. As a matter of fact, don't use your voice anymore. Nod or shake it off. You know what a king stud is? No, you don't. Do you know what a trimmer is? No. Treated, pressure treated, womanized, bottom plate? No?
Oh, no.
16-penny sinker?
I'm going to guess the answer is no to all
8-penny
these.
sinker? What about a ring shank now? Come on now. No? Oh, my God, it's worse than I thought. Thank God I'm here to speak on your behalf.
Hero.
You know the nailing schedule on shear wall. Do you even know what shear wall is? Do you know what half-inch CDX Struck 1 ply is?
Will you
You
ever
know
stop
what
shaking his head?
direction to face it when you do it. What about vapor barriers?
Chris is going to file for disability next.
You don't know, do you, sweetheart? Well, then you just shut your mouth, and I, who do know, because I was born with this knowledge,
You're redefining carpentry.
Yes.
I'm going to redefine
Safety.
it, and I'm going to speak out for all those who are ham-handed and not good in the garage. And I'll redefine carpentry for them, because that's what I know.
Advocate for the community.
Thank you.
So not only am I a journeyman carpenter, but I should be admired for being the voice of the voiceless, of men who could not put in a light bulb or take two pieces of wood and put them together.
You give voice to that voice.
What's the difference between construction adhesive and subfloor adhesive? Please use your voice.
Subfloor adhesive should be used for flooring. Construction adhesive is a little more general.
Well, there you go.
Wow, see, he's learning
He's able
fast.
to
And
learn.
perhaps it was in me giving you a voice over these last 4 minutes.
It was.
Where you gained that knowledge.
You've inspired me.
Are you inspired?
Yes.
I'd like to find a new generation of dopes who didn't know anything around the house to be inspired.
Yeah, I
to
didn't
be
know that
uplifted.
answer 20 seconds ago.
From my voice.
Yeah. You're healing the world.
They didn't know it was possible.
I'm not a traditional carpenter, and I think a lot of people think, well, that guy doesn't look or sound like my old man Walt, who used to work over at the lumber yard, but I'm a new voice for a new generation of carpenters, and I'd like to lift them up.
A lot of young men didn't know it was possible. You know, they just thought it wasn't, for them.
Well, they grew up and they didn't see people that look like them, and they
Exactly.
didn't hear voices that sounded like
Yeah.
them.
That's for
they
them. That's
didn't,
for other people.
they didn't know it was possible to be a roofer. But now,
You're here to
Lofty
tell
goal.
them.
so I've lent my voice to this fight.
Yeah.
It's a fight.
It is.
We're under attack.
It's a war against.
We made a lot of progress, but there's a long way to go.
Max Spanna.
I'm enlightened. I'm inspired. And all I have to say is thank you. Thank you.
Vapor barrier versus radiant barrier. Could you define those?
No, I couldn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
well,
still have
I
a long way to
can,
go.
yet.
and I'm a fucking hero. Adam X. Let's see.
Adam Carolla.
Corlix, yeah.
All right, so Malcolm Tyra Banks. What else does the article go on to say? Sorry.
Let's see here. Banks also offered what would be her advice now
By the
to her
way, does
younger
anyone
self.
find it obnoxious? She's just wearing a string bikini and standing in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, and she's going to give us lectures about what's hot.
Brian's fine with it.
Yeah.
All right,
There's a
sorry,
layout.
what's she doing?
She says, I would say, this is her advice to her younger self on the cover. I would say, Tyra, I know you're really, really driven, but you sit you ass down, she said. Sit down, take some time, go to the spa. No, Brian. Chill at the movies with your friends. Don't just run in and out. Success is important, but also so is the balance of taking it all in. There you go.
It's deep. I'm not sure what that was.
I'm
but it
not
was
sure
deep.
either. Something about going to the spa.
She's talking to herself?
Yeah.
All right. Can we just stop all this? These are adults. It's just a 45-year-old woman.
yeah.
What are you talking this way at 45 for? I'm dumbfounded that, like, this is a middle-aged woman. And, you know, she looks pretty good. She does. But, look, if she's going to live a second under 90, then she's middle. She's at the halfway point. Why is she speaking this way?
Well, it's like you said the other day that everything's catered to a 13-year-old. Well, this is perfect for a 13-year-old.
I guess so. All right, let's see. Casey from Portland plays in a cover band.